So I talked a lot about practice. Practice is reinforcement, basically, and this is usually the classical definition of reinforcement. So it's the process of strengthening behavior. In other words, making it more likely to happen in the future. And we have just two ways to do that, two options. One is provide positive consequences. So and the candy, tag and the candy at beginning, and that, or with more with adults the tag is enough, we don't need anything else. But the second part of this practice as reinforcement of strengthening the behavior is provide opportunities to emit that behavior. So using TAGteach is just the first part of the process. The second part of the process is to prepare, arrange environments where our learners can learn and practice the behavior that we want them to learn over and over and over again. It took years. You have seen the example of the vaulting, of the gymnast. They start when they are very, very young, like 4 or 5 years old, and then they need 10 or more years of practice to get to the top level of performance. So it's two things that we need to take into control. The positive consequences that we are providing, most of the time with TAGteach could be just success. Okay, you've done that correctly. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. And the second is when the session with TAGteach is over, we need to set up an environment where they can perform that behavior over and over again with as less as possible error. This is an example when they start playing in a basket and with mini basket, at least here in Europe, the size of the hood is the same, but the young players are given a smaller ball, so it's easier for them to get into to score a point. So it's going to be reinforcement. So using a smaller ball, it's providing basic positive consequences to the young players. So this is one thing that we can do, right? Make it easier for them to engage into the behaviors that you want them to learn. The second part is here, provide opportunities to meet the behavior. I'm sure that you are familiar with this competition that they do at the NBA somewhere, and they are shooting the 3 points shot, and they have to do this as fast as possible. And so they are given these sort of racks where the balloons are ready just to be thrown, so that they don't have to go around and pick up the balloon. This is setting up an environment where the behavior of throwing the ball can be performed as fast as possible for many times. This is the optimal environment for practice. Another example, this is what I did in school with the student that I'm working with. He wanted to learn how to write using the cursive, but he was not good with that. So I provide opportunities to emit that behavior by designing this specific sort of paper that you can see, where the gray line is for the small letters and the white larger top of the line is for all the letter, the higher letter like the L, F, H. And doing that, I gave him the opportunity to emit the behavior, to practice the behavior over and over again. This is a material that we practice almost every day. And the effect of this, of providing opportunities to emit the behavior, I didn't need to reinforce the behavior because he wanted to learn how to write in cursive. So that was an advantage for me. All I have to do is to create this specific material, so to create this specific environment for him to emit the behavior. And the success is happens when, in the moment that he has to write down a list of items for his birthday, and he is doing that using the cursive writing, not the capital writing that he used to use usually. sorry, used to use, usually it's a very, very bad things to say, but I taught him how to get to the point where it's easier for him to engage in that specific behavior and not in the old one. And I realized this just providing opportunities for practice. We practice, practice, practice a lot of times.